some of the things that the likes of Femi, Fani, Kayode have said, I just begin to wonder. All you need to do is Google the name and look at all the videos, and you see someone who abuses Asiwaju Bola Tinubu and abuses Buhari and goes back to say Buhari is the best and goes back to say Asiwaju Tinubu is the best, and all these kind of things. I think Nigerians just have to wake up to the fact that there are certain people that we should never, ever take seriously or listen to.
Hi guys, it don't read, it don't book for social media. A Rise journalist has blasphemy Fani Kayode for calling out Peter Obi to come and explain why he was detained in UK airport. Guys, this has caused a lot of reactions on social media, and he went further to say that Fani Kayode is one of the people Nigerians should not take serious or listen to, because he's a man who speaks from both sides of his mouth without thinking.
Absolutely. Well, he is saying that Peter Obi should have rebuked Dati's comment, and that the fact that he did not rebuke Dati's comment, it appears that Dati was re-echoing his thoughts. I don't know how that's possible, but the Labour Party presidential candidate, in responding to several allegations levied against him, the latest being his alleged detention in the United Kingdom, stated in a series of tweets that he has lived in a most law-abiding manner all his life. On April 12th, the Labour Party announced that Obi was harassed and detained by London immigration officials over alleged impersonation. The party said Obi was questioned for a long time and that it took the intervention of Nigerians for him to be released. Peter Obi, in his tweet, also stated that although humans make mistakes, he has never knowingly contravened the law, further stating that he is not afraid of the lies and propaganda against his person, and that he has always known that the journey to a new Nigeria will be tough. On Monday, while speaking with journalists, Obi stated that he is a committed Nigerian who does not have a dual nationality and who would always put Nigeria first.
Whatever happens, we must stay the course, because we want to build a new Nigeria. We want a Nigeria where Nigerians will be proud to say they are Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian, committed Nigeria. I don't have any dual nationality. So this is my own country. And I've said it that even if there's war outside this country, if I'm outside, I'll come back, because it's my country.
Peter Obi has responded in a swift manner. He had a series of tweets, but also, he got responses. And I'll just take one before I come to you. And this is from the spokesperson of the All Progressives Congress Presidential Campaign Council, Femi Fani Kayode, who in a series of tweets insisted that the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, must disclose the details of his alleged detention by the British immigration officers at Heathrow Airport in the United Kingdom. Well, his tweet read in part, Peter Obi's claim that he never knowingly broke the law speaks volumes and suggests that he broke it unknowingly. Sadly for him, not knowing that you broke the law when you actually broke it is no defense. And in any case, there are some crimes that are known as strict liability offenses, which do not even need any premeditation. He went further to ask if it is drug dealing, drug smuggling, human parts trading, human trafficking, fraud, misappropriation of funds, money laundering, 419, murder, conspiracy, treason, or all of the above. I mean, I'm sorry. Femi Fani Kayode just finds a way to crack me up, because, the issue is, he did get a lot of responses, obviously, from the obedience, because that there are so many allegations about the presidential candidate of the All Progressive, who is Nigeria's president-elect, where he is, and, he's responding to another party's candidate, but he has not responded to all the allegations that have been levied against Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Very quickly, the first thing I'll say is that, I'm glad that FFK has finally found his legal certificate good use in terms of trying to investigate and search out and perhaps propose a crime that Mr. Peter Obi would have committed to be detained in the United Kingdom. Having lived in the UK himself and being a lawyer, I would assume that FFK would know the kind of crimes that would have you detained and be released obviously not trafficking, not carrying of drugs, not murder. So he was being mischievous with that statement.
Yes.
However, I do also think that he's not very sure who the president-elect is, because they keep treating Mr. Peter Obi as if he were the president-elect.
Exactly.
Holding him to account, asking him questions, telling him to address the people as if he were the president-elect. Where is the person who, as we have said on this show earlier on, is accountable to the Nigerian people because he's now a state actor? Mr. Peter Obi is as Nigerian a citizen as any one of us. The good thing about him is that he seems to hold himself accountable to the people by speaking regularly to the people, usually not through a proxy or through a release statement. And so when we ask questions like this, it's actually, for me, kudos to the man that he is, that people feel that he's been so transparent that they can ask him anything and he's able to respond.
Yes.
I believe that the questions that FFK should pose should be to the president-elect on questions around allegations that have been made about his drug trafficking history, allegations that have been made concerning the recent passport, his Guinean passport, and to remember that he is the one that's accountable to the Nigerian people.
Absolutely. Well, okay, I'll come to you. I mean, I'd love for you to also, touch on Peter Obi's comment where he said that, he's a committed Nigerian and he does not have dual citizenship. I don't know. A lot of people on social media have been saying that it's, like a subtle jab at the current situation going on with Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his alleged Guinean passport.
Well, yes. I mean, I wouldn't blame him if he finds a subtle way of saying some of these things, but there's no need for subtlety in some cases. If you're looking for subtlety, it's the likes of Femi Kayode that you have to mention things like that too. Sometimes they don't even know how to spell the word because you get surprised. I've gotten to a point where my thick skin is struggling to stay on my body because some of the things that the likes of Femi Kayode have said, I just begin to wonder, how did we get here? But when you look at the trajectory, when you look at the history of some of the things that the likes of Femi Kayode has said, you will not be surprised, because if a man speaks from both sides of the mouth, 2011 you hear what they said, 2013 you heard, and you go down, all you need to do is Google the name and look at all the videos, and you see someone who abuses Asiwaju Bola Tinubu and abuses Buhari and goes back to say Buhari is the best and goes back to say Asiwaju Tinubu is the best, and all these kind of things. I think Nigerians just have to wake up to the fact that there are certain people that we should never, ever take seriously or listen to. That is the bottom line.
Absolutely. Dr. Abati, your comment on Peter Obi's statement.
Well, okay, the point that, Femi Kayode is making, there is a nuance to it. He's saying that one part of Mr. Peter Obi's statement says, human beings have weaknesses, but I will not knowingly break the law. And he made a point that in law, whether you knowingly or unknowingly broke the law, you are not allowed to break the law.
Right.
So what exactly is it that happened? His main submission is that, okay, tell us what happened about the detention on Friday, April 12th. In London at the Heathrow Airport. So that question, I don't think is too much for him to ask. And also, it took Mr. Peter Obi a whole week to address the allegation frontally. However, Diron Ifade, the spokesperson of the Labour Party, had issued a statement saying that, look, this is a case of impersonation. This is also a case of Nigerian politicians trying to sabotage Mr. Peter Obi. But I think the more important part of it is that Mr. Peter Obi, in the process, appealed to his supporters.
Yes.
That, look, there will be all kinds of things. There will be propaganda.
Yes.
There will be issues.
I like that
and
you
he said,
propaganda, Dr. Abati, because I want you to pull up that picture, the director, if you have it, which is the picture of Abike Dabiri and Peter Obi superimposed, that fake picture, that fake news that circulated on social media, Dr. Abati, about propaganda. Pick up on that.
Yeah, so he made a point that, look, people are fighting back and it's political, and that he's appealing to his supporters you know, just to remain calm and realize that the best way to challenge anything is through the court. And I think that that statesmanly statement, you know, is very important. Thank you very much, Ojineka.